Are we going? We're good?
Yeah, that's all making it, too.
All right, welcome back to the Botch Pod.
The Botch Pod. The Botch Pod.
The Botch Pod, the worst podcast in the world.
I mean, I thought that, what's the guy's name that brews? Brother Bill. I saw Brother Bill brewing some coffee, and I wanted to try it with Friday beers. So I hope you guys are all up for at least a cup of it. Yeah, perfect.
Spicy. This is getting good. I like this.
Well, there's definitely going to be some residual for the rest of the coworkers when they come in on Monday. They'll be tasting a little bit of Friday beers. This thing might hold 4 beers.
This thing might hold 4 beers.
This thing is going to hold 4 beers, actually. So that one.
Do you need to fill it up that much for Keurig, though? Are you gonna drink the rest of it?
Well, I figured we were all gonna.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I'm into it. Go for it. He said, I figured we were all.
I figured we were
Let me
all
go
gonna
get some
have
pods.
It'll probably boil out the carbonation. It'll be interesting what we have,
It's like a mad scientist.
what it comes down to here.
Is that
There's the lid. Okay.
I got the.
Nice.
Yeah, that is setting, right?
Isn't that?
Do we need-
That's a thing of beauty right
I
there.
think it needs to go down and see it, AJ, more.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do you need pods?
Grab cups.
I brought some plastic solos, but those might melt the.
Yeah, we got insulated ones.
We do need pods though. If
You doing coffee and the beer?
yeah, I mean we should, right? And then it'd just be hot beer.
Yeah.
Melt the plastic. I think plastic cups are the way to go. Just 'cause
All right, yeah.
Just because
Fuck yeah.
you can see through.
It won't melt the plastic, will it?
We'll find out.
We're
There's
gonna
only
fucking
one way
find
to
out.
fucking find
Only
out,
one way to
dude.
learn, right? Are we going for it?
I mean,
Let 'em do it.
I'm gonna sue the company.
I'm gonna
if
let you do
melts-
it.
if it melts the plastic.
I don't even know how to work these things, so I'll let you figure that out.
So
He's got that angle
I think we do 12 ounces.
out.
Yeah.
12 ounces. Ignite.
Do the thing.
It takes. a
Oh, I
while.
think it's going.
I think it takes a while sometimes for this thing to.
Yes.
You think it's? I don't know if it's hot.
Dude, it's wow.
Yeah, it's fucking coffee. What do you want there?
Oh, it's fuming. I don't think it's supposed to do that.
It's like a science experiment, dude.
It's like the volcano.
Because it's not supposed to do that.
It's like make your own volcano. If it spits out 8 ounces, I'll be happy. Dude, this is. It really makes no sense. It's liquid.
Oh.
Has anyone ever, would you have ever thought that this was a thing?
I thought it would work.
It's the same thing.
Oh, look at it. It is melting the cup, dude. Look at the cup, dude. Look at the cup.
I'll tell you what, we can't catch a break.
Welcome back to the Botch Pod, the worst podcast in the world.
I just realized you had the helmet on.
Today, we got Ronnie Deutsch. Is that how you say your last name? Deutsche?
Deutsche?
Deutsch.
Deutsch.
I said Deutsche earlier.
A lot of people say Deutsche. That's fine.
Deutsch.
What's going
A
on?
little bit.
We just had the Friday beers, fucking coffee.
Yeah, you guys saw that.
How is it?
I put some French vanilla delight in mine, and it's starting to curdle over.
Why does yours look like that? Mine's just looking like.
Because you just put
I
creamer in
put,
it.
I put creamer and
I
sugar
put a
in it.
creamer in.
So did I. Why does mine look like that?
Why are you shaking?
Because it's hot. Dude, I don't know if I want to sip this. This is smells. Smell
Let's
that.
go.
Did you put sugar in yours?
I put sugar and creamer in mine.
It smells like good, but really
It smells like really bad.
It's fine. If you put the sugar in it, it's not really that bad. The curdling on top is.
I mean, yeah, sugar makes pretty much everything better.
That's what they say.
I can't fucking do this.
All right, so the viewers are aware. Today's Sunday. Today's Bills versus Chiefs.
You guys already gotta know who won.
Thank you, Ronnie, for squeezing this in before the tailgate. I know you got a big day. We got a big day ahead of us. All of us are fucking hungover / drunk. Just so you know, this podcast has been a complete nightmare. Just getting set up
From the very start.
from the very
And I'm
start.
just gonna assume to
the
the very end.
Keurig was fucking us over. The mics
Mics were like playing like a local country radio station for some reason.
Yeah.
We got it all figured out though.
all over the place. Brett,
so
yeah,
nervous.
just keep those headphones on. Just keep them on. Might as well.
I trust you.
I don't.
Do you want a normal Friday beer?
I would love to try one if
Yeah.
you're offering them. I'm a
Yeah.
big beer guy, so I've yet to have. Yes, I like the rolling technique. If you guys don't know, we're drinking Friday beers. You should know that by now, right?
Let us know what. Give us an honest review.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Let me try it. So is it like a light beer? Like a...
It's definitely like a lighter beer.
You know what? It is a lighter beer.
Yeah. You just drank it through the face. Yes, it's definitely a lighter beer.
I mean, you guys can each have your own beer, so you don't have to.
It's all right. We like
He's
slap
not a
and
beer
spit.
guy.
Oh, okay.
So save another one for me.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm on a rating scale. I'm gonna give it
It's an easy beer to chug, too, I feel like.
absolutely.
It's a very easy beer to chug, and there's also not that like aftertaste that you get with a lot of light beers.
Yeah.
Like the Miller Lights and the Coors Lights, at least in my opinion.
So 4.2%, 120 calories, 9 carbs. Not terrible,
No.
especially for a beer. At all.
I'd-
I'm gonna give it a
Go ahead.
7.8. 7.8.
Okay. I was going to go like 8.4.
Holy fuck.
That's a pretty good score.
Yeah. I'd give it. I mean, I'm not a huge beer drinker, but
that's-
those are pretty easy to drink, I feel like.
You just said like they're really easy to chug. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Have you moved
that-
on to
yeah.
chugging these now? Is this your chug?
That's what I've
choice?
been. That's what I've been chugging since they were released in November.
That's what you do for the table things at the tailgate?
Yep, that's what I do at the tables, and a lot of times people think there's like something going on and they want to use their own beers, which is fine. But most of the time, I'll do a Friday beer and I'll offer who's ever chugging a Friday beer also.
Are you doing the table thing today?
Doing the table thing today. Is it at Buffalo Game Day?
Yeah, game day hospitality.
Game day
hospitality.
Game day hospitality.
Yep.
I'm gonna go there around like 2:30 and set up my little drunken lemonade stand.
How many beers on average do you go through when you do those?
It really depends because I really only need like a certain amount of like shots. Like if I get like 8 to 10, you can weed out like a couple bad ones. But the problem is if I'm going and then people keep coming up to me, it's like at that point I can just keep going. So I'm shooting for like 8 to 10 today, but like easily that could be in the 20s.
Holy fuck! So
Have you ever lost?
There's actually a guy in Buffalo that got me with I raced him in a normal beer, smoked him. I don't know if he was like, this was last year. I don't know if he was just like fucking with me because then we did a pitcher and I'm like, all right, I'll be impressed if this guy even finishes it. And he got me by like half a second in a pitcher. But in chugging, you can't spill. And he spilled like a good amount. Yeah. So it's like, it's tough. Like I give the guy a lot of fucking credit because it was one of the more impressive, like shocking things I've seen. But
of course, it was a dude from Buffalo.
You can't spill. Right. Yeah.
That's fucking good. But like you've been doing it everywhere lately. The tables. Where did that idea come from?
I guess the idea came from it's like you can only do the same thing so many fucking times, and it's like I can keep killing myself with like upping like how many ounces of beer I'm drinking, which is like the only way to really go. And then I started thinking of like this kind of thing, which like incorporates like talking to strangers and like the dialogue back and forth, and also like people like to see like people in the wild like chugging, and it gives like you can see the difference between someone who drinks really fast and then a guy that just like in a group of friends there's one guy out of 5 that thinks he's the fastest chugger in the world. So you put that sign up and it's the easiest thing in the world. Even if he doesn't want to do it, his 4 buddies are like, oh fucking Mike will take him, and like that's kind of how it's so easy to get the male ego getting people to do it is very easy.
Yeah, it's got it.
I noticed you dress up a lot doing that. Is that like where did that idea? Like you had the fucking wheelbarrow guy with the balls.
Oh, the Randy Marsh.
Yeah,
Randy Marsh.
I guess just to make it like a little bit different every time and draw attention to my little lemonade stand more, and it also like if you're trying to make money on like TikTok or like trying to get your video really out there, like people are going to stay and watch more if it's Randy Marsh with a wheelbarrow with his massive nuts in it, more than like just a normal like 35-year-old dude just standing there challenging people.
That's the other thing. You do $20 to your 100, right? So, and you said 8 to 10, so you're making like $200 off that.
Yep.
That's fucking awesome.
and obviously you enjoy it. Like who doesn't like drinking beer?
I fucking love it. I mean, I've been doing this for the last 16, 17 years, like college, like this is what we did. I went to a small school up in mountain school up in New Hampshire. There wasn't much to do, and we'd be like, somebody would chug a beer, and it'd be like, fuck you, I'm going to chug 2, I'm going to chug 3, like, and it just kind of got out of hand from there. That's how it all kind of like became a thing.
So when did you like establish that you were the king of it? Is that fair to say, the king of it? Because I still like the shit that you fucking post sometimes.
I have yet to see anybody chug faster.
Well, here's the thing, especially with one beer, it only goes down so quickly, and there's other people that can definitely do it like just as quickly. You can't do it any quicker. It's like pouring a beer out. Yeah. I just like when it comes to that, it's like who gets the slightest jump on the start and who puts their cup down. Eventually, I'll run into somebody who does it. A lot of times, I don't know. Like you can't tell by judging someone. It could be like a 5'1" dude that's just like 120 pounds, and I've seen people like that can do it too. And a lot of times, I give people like a head start. But if someone else can do it, it's like eventually it'll happen.
You know who might be close is fucking Alec Anderson, dude.
He is
fast.
He is very fast. Yes, but the thing that just kills me is. Like you see those people and like those Barstool videos and shit like that of just somebody at a bar and their friends they like that quick just gulp. But then I watch his videos and I'm like he's like, and then I watch him I'm like oh fuck, he's different than that, which is like I don't even know how you do it, because I was going through your Instagram yesterday in the airport. That fucking the 6 bottles, that little fucking concoction, the 6 bottle.
Oh yeah.
How do you like? Where do you like? How did you know that you could do this? Like, I know you said college, but to like, I don't know. It's just crazy.
Was there like a learning curve?
So, you guys are not quite 10 years younger than me, but somewhat close. Do you guys remember The Man Show on Comedy Central?
Man Show.
There's a show called The Man Show on Comedy Central. It was like Adam Carolla, and it was like all like dudes that was like girls.
Is that the Jimmy Kimmel one?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
yeah. Jimmy Kimmel,
yeah,
Adam Carolla, and it was like girls jumping on trampolines.
Yeah, there'd be like quick segments of these girls jumping on trampolines.
And it was just like funny dude shit. And there was this dude called The Fox, and he was just like the fastest beer chugger. I was in like 6th or 7th grade watching this, and I was at a sleepover, and we were like, oh, that's fucking awesome. Let's do it. And we we're over my buddy's parents' sink, and we're all trying it. And on like the third attempt, I realized I could do it. So before I was drinking beer, I was doing this with like apple juice and Gatorade and shit on the bus.
Shit on the bus.
Yeah, like just like for like a quick $2 bill. I
That's
bet you could
fucking
chug this
awesome.
faster than you, like shit like that. But so here's a good question, I guess. Like, is there like a technique? Can anybody do it if they learn it, or is it like a, you know what I mean?
I think anybody can learn it. I'm convinced anybody can learn it. It's a mental block that people think they need to take individual gulps. Anybody, like, your throat is a fucking opening like a sink or something else. If you go like this, you can pour it right back, but it's a mental block that people stop it. And I've tried to teach people over the sink, and they, whatever the block goes up, and they just like throw up into the sink. But I'm certain that with the, if I blinked my mind, or like if my mind was in your body, I could do it right now.
Right.
I know that, like, how to think to do it. Anybody can put their head back and just pour it down.
Because I have done it and I've learned it
Like,
to a certain extent. Like I can do it fast, but not nearly.
My
as
dad is one of the only people I know that can open his throat, and he was like trying to teach
Look at him.
me at one
Look
point.
at him. Do you see
Yeah.
that? What the
Well,
fuck is he?
we've been doing so much talking. I've been neglecting my Friday beer.
Can I ask you, I feel like, I don't know. Have you ever done like anything like comedy related or anything?
Well, I just do like some skits on my page, so it's a little bit different than just the beer chugging. I think I have like a good mind for knowing like what is funny, but like I need like people who can act and do like I could put people in situations that can act, that could do some really funny shit, but I don't know if I'm like the right vessel to do it myself, if that makes sense.
Right. Because I could just see you doing one hell of a stand-up show just from like the little time we've been talking here. Like even off camera, on camera, like you're just a genuinely hilarious dude.
I think I have like a drier sense of
It's
like
very dry.
You do.
humor,
Yeah, but it's
and
funny.
a lot of people meet me and they're like, I thought you were going to be a fucking really loud like asshole, and I'm like, I'm pretty quiet the majority of the time.
Still an asshole though?
Mostly behind people's backs.
Just a quiet asshole.
Yeah, a quiet asshole.
I was honestly thinking that a little bit, like last year when I picked you up at that gas station. And
Yeah.
we drove into the grass lot, and like you got out of the car and just immediately deleted 6 beers in that boot.
Yeah.
And then everybody wants to fucking challenge you and shotgun. Like you drank, literally, I had probably 1 beer. You had like 10. I was like, how's this guy not hammered?
Well, that's what I mean. Like, how does this work?
Yeah.
Like, if you do this and drink in this portion, like, is there ever like a point where you're like, I'm gonna go pull the trigger so I can make more room, and maybe sit down for 10 minutes and sober up and come back and do this? Like, how
do you ever get pissed drunk?
Like-
I do get pissed drunk, but I'm very quiet. I get quiet. I don't want people, I guess mentally, like, I don't want people to know that I'm drunk, so I just get quiet. I'm not out of control. I'm not going to fight anybody or be like dance or be loud. I just like, I get quiet.
Right. But if you're like you just said, like I remember that video you did the 6 in the boot right off the rip. Like, so is that like how many beers can you really put down? Like say at a tailgate today, without being like over the board. Like I can't go into the game. You know what I mean? Like,
Do you want to give me like a time for like a 4-hour window?
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's got to be a line where you're like, holy fuck, like
Like, does
I
it get
shouldn't
to
be.
that point often?
A, I shouldn't be talking. B, I shouldn't like. It's hard. It's getting hard to walk. Type of drunk. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'm pretty good. Even if I'm just like, I can walk, I might not be like communicating that well, but I find my way home.
Invincible.
But I'd say like
Jesus.
easily at the tailgate, 20. And then, you know,
easy 20.
Yeah.
but like I had one day when I was like 25 in Martha's Vineyard, and I definitely drank, like it was like one of those you wake up at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
in the summer and you just drink all day. And I easily did like 45, 50. And then I was like not that bad at the end of the night. And I was like, I remember taking Jaeger bombs like at the end of the night with my friends. So I think it's different drinking. I swear in the summer you sweat out like a lot of your beers. It's
Yes,
just
summer
different.
drinking is
I
easier.
wouldn't want to drink 40, 50 beers today in Buffalo,
Freezing cold.
but like when you're out, like
Does liquor do you over more than beer? Like, obviously anyone, but like I'm saying, like if you're having mixed drinks.
yeah, I can't drink that much hard alcohol.
Yeah.
I can't even drink that much like that. I can't even drink that many like IPAs. Like I hate IPAs. I hate IPA drinkers. For the most part, if they're quiet about it, I don't care.
That's
but
the
they're-
best thing you've
but-
said this whole
But there's
time.
nothing fucking worse than somebody who cares that much about like what another guy is drinking. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
If a guy was drinking wine at the tailgate, I'd be like, that's fucking funny. That's fine. But like
Yeah.
the second an IPA guy comes up to you and he's like, "Oh, you're drinking beer water," and like,
Yeah.
I don't. They're
Fucking
all
beer snobs, dude.
they're all-
fucks it to you. Like,
trying to get drunk just like you, dude.
they're all the same. They all dress alike, and they're just like,
yes,
Yeah.
you're very true.
And they
try to
all go to
dress
40
like-
Thieves.
You're very true.
yeah.
I don't know about 43. They go to the fucking like Thin Man or Resurgence or fucking Big Ditch.
Yeah, I give
Some
you that.
fucking brewery. What's up with breweries? Can you just have normal beer?
There's
Like, what the
nothing worse
fuck?
than breweries.
You walk
I
in.
can't-
No, there's not. There
I
really isn't.
cannot stand them. I just want to buy like a normal light beer,
Yeah.
not roll the dice at like how shitty is this fucking craft beer gonna taste.
We have a New England IPA over here that's brand new. Who fucking
Yeah.
cares? Give me a fucking beer. I want a light beer.
It's like really rolling the dice. Like, is this beer gonna taste like shit or complete shit? Those are the two options, and then you do have to chug it, and it's like 8%, and then like you are fucked up because I'm used to drinking 4.2s.
Yeah.
4.2s. No, yeah, because no, you're right though. Because
Yeah,
it's
you
not
get like a
good, so you have to
fucking-
chug it. Like,
You have to
Rainbow
chug it.
sherbet beer that's 20%. And you're just like,
no, fuck that. Like,
it tastes
I-
fucking horrible.
And then
Every
it's
time.
like the people there are like really smug, and they're dressed nicely,
Yes.
and you
wearing
just
vests and
you just-
scarves.
fucking
vests,
dorks.
like pants that are like painted on, and it's like that part's not bad, but other than that, it really does. If someone invites me to a brewery, I just no fucking shot in hell. People message me like, "Hey, you got to come to my brewery," and I'm like, "You're gonna have to pay me a lot of money to go to that fucking shithole."
hey, can I bring my own Friday beers?
Yeah.
Like, I'll come if I can bring my
I'll
own Friday
give
beers.
you guys
maybe.
a 12-pack of Friday beers, keep it behind the bar, and just be like, pretend like you're pouring whatever you're doing, and like I'll smell it and pretend it has hints of like whatever you're going for, but it's just really not for me or anybody that I like.
Can really smell the pine hop in this. What?
It's really like if you guys are into South Park, like Randy, when everybody gets smug and they're smelling their own farts, they're farting into cups. That's like every time I think of a brewery, I'm like, that's what's going on. Everybody's patting themselves on the back and just like smelling their farts and drinking like really shitty tasting beer.
smelling their own farts.
Fuck you, breweries. If you're a brewery watching this, maybe consider sponsoring us. If not, fuck you. No, I agree with that 100%. Because I always go in. That's the very first thing I say, and they look at me like the bartenders. They look at me. I'm like, "What's the closest thing you have to like a Bud Light?" And they're just like,
Nothing.
And I don't
Water.
really do this whole beer thing. I'm not a connoisseur.
I shouldn't. We shouldn't be so hard on them, and it wouldn't be the case if they weren't like such assholes about like what they drink compared to what you drink. Why do you care? I'd never have anything to say about it. I'd just be like, I don't want to go there. But because they're like, oh, and then someone, whenever I post a video, they're like, oh, even fucking people in Germany are like, oh, American beer water, and it's like, why the fuck do you care? You make an entertaining video while you're drinking whatever, and I'd love when other people make fucking videos of them like drinking or chugging or whatever, but like everybody has a comment about beer water, and it's like you can't hurt them physically through your phone, so you're just like you're kind of stuck.
The thing is though, like they're probably saying that because you drink it so fast, but like even if
Yeah.
it was a 10% beer, like
You
you
can
could
still
still drink
do
it
it.
just as fast. It just
Oh, that's the same kind of thing.
like they don't get that.
Yeah,
that's why they're
I'd just
saying
be
that,
like,
you know?
I'd just be like physically hurt
Yeah.
with a 10%. I could do it. It's the same exact thing, but like I can do this. I can make a video and like go out and still like enjoy my night.
Right. You know what's just very impressive about it though is not the fact that you can just do it fast. It's the volume and the certain time frame. Like I remember the Stone Cold video you did. Fucking love Stone Cold's like probably my favorite wrestler of all time. But you remade the fucking one beer, whatever. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
But you're just doing that, and it's like I just don't understand how your gut or your whole body can just handle. Because I know me, if I shotgun like 2 beers in a row straight, not even fast, like I'm just shotgunning, I'm gonna be like sick at it. Like, do you ever get like sick? Because you're doing like sometimes 6 beers, like you know what I'm saying? One down, another one.
Yeah,
like, it's just it's impressive as fuck.
I mean, some days some days are better than others as far as like how much liquid I can fit in my stomach. Like, it depends on like if I don't eat first thing, my stomach's small. Like I know I wouldn't want to drink a pitcher first thing in the morning. Like I want to get breakfast, I want to have a couple beers, and then I'm good to go. But I've learned over the years you can fucking like getting over like a flu or a bug. Or, like I've tried chugging in situations where it's like you're used to doing it, like it's nothing, but like sometimes it doesn't go down.
Yeah.
I was in Boston. What was that? It was for the Fenway Bowl. It was SMU versus Boston College, and we got into some. You ever get into stale beer?
Yeah,
like beer that's been it's been sitting in the taps. I'm not sure what it is.
Yes,
but I did like a couple yards of like 32-ounce beer, and it did not sit. I had to go into the bathroom and get rid of it because for 2 hours I was just like, I can't drink anything. I'm gonna be sick, and it was
like
rotten
my
stale
thing
beer.
is
Stale beer
I did the
sucks.
I tried the videos like 12 White Claws in 12 minutes, and I puked probably 4 times.
Well, the thing is, you're not used to the volume of
I
that.
know, but
12
like,
and
is there
12
a
minutes
number? Like that's what I'm saying. A beer per minute. How many can you do
Like, what's
before
the
you
number
before
one?
you actually throw up? How like
So like in a minute, I feel comfortable doing 8.
in 1 minute?
Yes.
See, I was doing
So here's
one
the thing
per
that
minute.
here's the thing that like really kind of pisses me off about like people your age, and I'm not saying it's you guys, but like
It might be.
I remember when like people were going nuts about like Steve will do it, and he was like, oh, I did 12 beers in whatever time over the fucking sink, and after 3 beers he's just throwing up into the sink,
Throwing up, yes.
and it's like, oh cool, it just still counts. In that world, it just still counts.
Yeah, that's no, because like when you did it, it's more of a joke. He did the same thing essentially, but it's
Yeah.
a joke.
Yeah,
He's not
and I
really,
didn't even make it in 12 minutes.
No,
Yeah.
Like it was.
I'm
I
just-
was trying for it and trying not to puke, and I puked probably 4 times.
backtrack
But,
like 2 minutes. He just said 8 beers in 1 minute.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. Like,
Jesus
Well,
fucking
it's
Christ.
kind of like it's gotten. When I was in college, I couldn't do what I would never attempt to do a pitcher when I was in college. I just like people got married, people like got kids, like, and I kept like having to find like younger and younger dudes to go out with and drink. But like I still like I'm very good friends with all my college buddies. So during COVID, everybody like someone sent me a video of like, remember One Bite Mike? There's this dude, I forgot where he's from. I think he's from like Jersey. Sorry for diddling the table.
Oh no, your table's fine. He
okay.
can't diddle the table.
Okay. But
You got that?
He did like 5 or 6 shotguns pretty quickly, and like in a group chat, somebody posted it and was like, "Ronnie, you can't still do that." And I'm like, it was COVID, luckily, and I lost my job with Farmers Insurance, so I'm like, God, like you're doing the family thing, you got like I'm better now than I've ever been by far. So like that's when I started making videos, was in 2020 during COVID.
That's like COVID has a repeating trend on this podcast where it's a lot of people were not doing the same thing that they are now. Is this like a full-time thing for you now?
It is now.
Awesome.
But I worked a lot of shitty jobs
to keep up this.
just to keep up.
Right, and that makes sense.
Weren't you working a job last year?
I was working a job
You
last
mind if
year.
I grab
Actually-
one more beer?
Yeah,
You got
absolutely.
one on the table right there that
Okay.
you took out earlier. Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that. These are very good, by the way.
Do you want to hear my list of jobs?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
yes. I'm interested.
Oh, he's got the list on his
You have a
phone.
list? Like, do you keep this for motivation?
Uh,
I don't want to ever go back to this fucking job.
it was. I mean, I've kept it. It was kind of. It's called my checkered path, and
God, dude.
it's more like remembering just how depressing each job was. So when I was 18 in 2007, I worked at the Wentworth Marina. Then I went to Plymouth State. During that, I moved furniture with my uncle, and I graduated with a 2.82
a fucking
GPA. And then I did.
Wait, hold on. Time out real quick. Is this actually a fucking list?
You think I'm smart enough to do this off the top of my head?
Turn the fucking phone around, dude. Yo, I thought he was just making this. Okay, keep going. I'm sorry.
I mean, do you know how sharp I would have to be
Fucking
to like?
awesome.
This is awesome. Keep going. I'm
going.
sorry.
So I graduated with a 2.82 from Plymouth State, and then I moved furniture with my uncle's company for a while. Later on that year, I went to Green Leads, where I was a business development guy, where I was just calling, trying to like set meetings for the salespeople, and I literally just pretended to make 100 calls a day and didn't call anybody. I sent out a couple emails, but my friends were there, which wasn't bad. Then I worked for Modern Pest Services. I was a pest guy. That was in 2013. And then you had to kill mice if you found them, and I was like kind of discouraged by that. So then I went to the wildlife control part of that, which was like raccoons and bats and stuff in people's houses. Then I went to I moved to Indiana for a while, and I was a claims adjuster for property damage. Eagle Adjusting Services. That was 2014. I was 25 years old. In 2015, I worked for the Nielsen television ratings. I'm not sure if are you guys familiar with the Nielsen television ratings?
Sure, I'm not. No.
So do you know how they know like 50 million people watched the Super Bowl this year?
No.
They come up with statistics like that.
Yeah.
So there's like one home to represent like 20,000 people in an area.
Okay.
And they take into consideration like your age, race, all of this, so they can kind of have a better idea. So I was going door to door, like trying to find people that really sucked. Then I worked I worked at a gym selling memberships, which was actually kind of fun. I worked at a tech company for 1 week, and I ended up getting a better job, and I never told them that I quit, but I forgot my passport at my desk, and I waited, like I didn't show up all week. I waited to go in, and I go to the front desk to try to like get into the office space, and the lady's like, "Who are you?" I say my name. She goes, "Oh, you're the guy that like they've been talking about." So the two people that hired me brought me into this little office and just like screamed at me like, "We were so worried about you, blah blah." It was a real asshole move on my part. But they ended up, I didn't even get my passport. They mailed it to me. Then I did in 2017, I did mold remediation sales. So if there's like mold in your basement or attic, I went in there. I guess I kind of pretended to identify it because I had no idea if there was like green shit on the walls. But then I sold our services. So that was an all commission job. So I made 10% of whatever I sold,
Which was
like,
how much?
The biggest job I ever sold was 70,000. So I made
Ooh.
$7,000 that day. But there's a lot of days where you're just like
Don't make
driving
shit.
around like
Negative money.
negative money, going through tolls, with just deep depression. Then I did window sales. Same thing, 10% commission, selling windows, doors, vinyl siding, and roofing. Then I lobstered for a full year. Not a full year. I did it from like May to January, and that was pretty wild. That was a humbling job.
I want to, like, I'm so impressed by this list because I want to have my life together like you have a list. Like, I want a list.
Well, I have the list together, not the life together.
Hey, listen, I don't have either together. So you're one step ahead of me.
Then after that, I got a job at Sig Sauer, the gun manufacturer, like Sig Sauer guns. I did that for a little while, and then I was laid off, and I landscaped. This was where I was 30 years old in 2019, landscaping, stepping in dog shit at like really rich people's houses. And one time the last straw, I was weed whacking, and a toad jumped in front of the weed whacker and exploded right in my face. And that was the last straw of that. I got the job at Farmers Insurance, which was pretty good. Then COVID happened, so I didn't do shit for like a year. I went back to Sig for like a year and a half, and now I'm just drinking and doing stuff on TikTok.
What a hell of a fucking career
So you got a lot of experience in sales.
Every fucking box.
Not really. I've had a lot of jobs, but like I just do like the people who do really well in sales are like complete assholes, and
Yeah.
I just like I didn't
say you did really well. I just said you had a lot of experience.
Yeah, I did like kind of just enough to like just kind of get by, which is like tough.
Holy fuck. That was awesome. That whole rap sheet. But the question is, I know you probably didn't expect it, but are you most satisfied? Obviously you probably are. I don't know how to put it. Like, are you like seriously comfortable with what you do right now?
I've never been so comfortable. Yeah, I'm very comfortable.
Awesome. That's good.
Yeah.
Really
I got a
good.
serious question. How many days a week do you drink now, doing this full time?
Just one or two.
That's it?
Yeah. That's the biggest question is like, oh, you do this like, no, I don't do this every day.
Do you make like 2 or 3 videos in like a day then?
I usually don't come out with more than one video a week. So I usually do like one video and I'll tie that into like drinking with my buddies or whatever I want to do.
Cool. When did you really realize that this was like, oh fuck, this can be like the real like market or money make? Like I can live off of this.
I mean, I thought like in 2020 I saw like potential. I guess it just kind of grew a lot slower than I thought. So like there's been times where I'm like, I gotta fucking get like a real job and do something else. But like now is kind of the first time where I can see like how there's like 12-year-olds making fucking $1 million a year like off the internet. Not that I'm anywhere near that level, but I can see like potential. I can see how people are making a lot of money just like on TikTok.
So is it scary to you that I guess you would probably consider your content R-rated, right? Just I wouldn't, all of us in this room wouldn't, but TikTok and social media will.
They'll take it
When it
down.
comes to binge drinking and
You have to be careful with what they'll, I guess, demonetize.
does that worry you ever? Like removals and stuff, like account removals.
Not really. I guess because I have like I know like I'll put shit up and I'll be like 75% chance. Like it's already in my head. I know this is gonna get removed,
Flagged,
but
taken.
they're pretty cool about like that's why the beer stand's so good. It's like they don't know how much I'm drinking in what time frame. I'm only drinking one beer at a time. It could be over the course of a couple days. It's not me drinking whatever a 70-ounce pitcher
Yeah.
all at once.
Right. I mean, shit. You're living like every American male's dream right now. To be honest with you, to be able to just drink beer, like what would you call your job profession? Like but seriously, what would you call what would you call yourself?
When people ask what I'm doing, I just say I'm drinking beer.
That's what I'm fucking saying. Look at me, like you ever stop and think about that? Seriously, who doesn't want to say, what do you do for a living? I just drink beer.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to say that?
I know it's pretty good. I mean, a lot of people are just like, what really bought like the people that are like so upset over like the drink if they had like a relative that was an alcoholic or stuff like that. The people are like always like upset, and it's like, all right, let me look at your profile. You're 350 pounds. You have 2 kids. You're obese. Like, I drink 1 day a week. I go to the gym 5 or 6 days a week. Do you want to compare like our health just because it's like this is what I do for a challenge, you're living like 150 pounds overweight.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
So
how
that-
are you gonna like hit me with a judgment on that?
Yeah, that's the only time I get that's the only time I get upset. And if people want to talk about it, like sometimes people DM me, like people are so mad, reaching out to me like, what you're doing is blah blah blah. I'm like, you want to talk about this? I drink 1 day a week. I enjoy it. I make enough money to live off of it. Like, what are you so mad about? And then it
Yes.
goes to like, they had an issue with their father or their mother or their husband or whatever, and it's like, well, I'm not fucking them.
Yeah.
Like,
Sorry.
Stay mad at them. I'm gonna do my 1 challenge a week.
It's not. You're not influencing that person.
Yeah.
You know. Now that's actually a good point. I lost it. I'm shot. I'm brain dead.
I had a question. So like you've been with your girl for a while, right?
Yeah, like a little over 2 years.
2 years. Okay. Was there ever a point like where she was like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude?" Like, but now that you've finally like made, you're like,
No, I mean she knew what was going on. Like, it's not like I was a normal guy like with a office job and I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna start. Like, I had already been doing this for like a year and a half at that point.
but I can tell from your trajectory right now of like where you're at, like it's gonna be big. Like what you're doing right now is gonna be way bigger than it is right now. Like,
and you had that hit with Barstool a couple months ago. Like when you first did that that table.
Yeah.
Was it at the Philly game?
So I did.
oh, it was the Big Cat thing you're saying.
No, because I want to
Didn't
say
Big Cat chug a beer with you? Yeah.
Okay, is that what sparked it? Because recently, like I've been following you for a while, but like recently, I saw that I saw you on Barstool, and they reposted you. I'm like, oh fuck, that's really good for him. Like that's massive numbers traction.
Yeah.
Like when did that really kick off? Was that like the table video? Like the
So I went to Philly, and what I did in Philly was I did that like fake chess match with my buddy John, and
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know anybody else, or not many people that can drink a 6-pack in a minute. So I'm like, me and you, let's do a 12-pack in a minute. So
And he can do it too?
We took turns and we did the chess clock. Like once I finished, I hit the clock, and
Okay,
then he
I
went.
did. Yeah.
That did like pretty well, and then I think it was the next week or 2 weeks later, I went to the Patriots Chargers game just to make content. I didn't even go into the stadium, but that's the video that like the first time I did the beer table where I put up $100 versus your 20. That one got like 32 million views on TikTok and made a lot more, like 20 times more money that I'd made on TikTok in the 3 years before.
Awesome.
And gained like 120,000. I was stuck at 35,000 followers on TikTok for a really long time. And that just like instantly got me to 150.
So, if you don't mind me asking, and you don't need to say it, but what is like the main source of income? Is it creator fund, being paid by the social medias themselves, partnerships, brand deals? Like, what is the main source?
Brand deals and the last couple months, TikTok.
Cool.
TikTok is trying to like compete with YouTube.
Yeah.
So like videos over a minute, they're paying you like a shitload of money for those. And before it was just like, I remember before like I'd wait till I got like $50. It would take a couple months, and then I'd take that money out. And now it's like there's opportunity to make whatever stupid video I want to make, and it's 3 minutes, and you can make like a good amount of money doing it that way.
Awesome. Good for you. That's cool. Another probably question that a lot of people want to know. Do you ever worry, and I know you only do it once a week, but the volume and excessiveness that you do it to in some of your videos and stuff, like even that chess match, that's like 6 beers in under a minute. Now I'm going to spawn to another question before I ask the first one, but in that, are you going to, like, do you drink after that, like casually, like after you do like one of those videos, like a 6 in 1 minute or 8 in 1 minute thing?
Like the chess match, I was drinking that morning, did that, just took like an hour off, ate a hamburger.
Okay, so you do take the breaks where it is needed.
The great thing about like light beer, which I could never do with like liquor, is I know, all right, I need to chill. I need to drink some water. I need to take an hour off, and then I'm fine.
Come back to it. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Do you? I mean, obviously, I think
So like a lot of people like me.
just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, like you get in that mode and you're just like,
Fuck it, I don't care.
I don't need water.
Just keep
Water's for
throwing
pussy.
back.
Like I'm just fucking gonna keep going, but it's stupid.
No, it's a terrible idea.
But you have the wherewithal to be like, yo,
Yes.
I need to like take a bottle of water down and fucking have a hamburger.
Yeah, well, I guess it depends. Like if I'm doing a challenge, that's something that could push me over the edge.
yeah,
Where like normally I'm not at the edge. I'm not going to get there just because I know I've been drinking light beer for so long. Like I know that I want to get like a buzz and just stay at that point.
So like, do you ever like worry about like health impacts of doing it in such a high volume in such a short period of time?
Not really, just because I'd be doing this anyway. Like this is what I want to do. Like
Fucking love that answer.
like this is what I really want to do, and I was doing this from college to the point I was 32, not trying to make money, not making videos. Like I get a kick out of it. It's fun. I enjoy it. Life would be really fucking boring, in my opinion, if I couldn't go out and like it's something I look forward to once a week. I'm gonna drink light beers and have fun with my buddies, do a challenge. Like I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy thinking of the challenge. Like how can I add to this? And I mean, if you got a kick out of my jobs, I think you'd get a real kick out of like,
yes, you got another list.
this is just like ideas that I have.
Don't read them out loud because we can't.
You can
Who's Nora Jones?
She's a beautiful singer. But you can scroll through them. That's what's the thing is like it's gonna take you a while.
These are just video ideas that you haven't done yet.
yeah.
Holy shit.
You're gonna have to go through there with some tempo, or we're gonna miss the game.
This one. Holy fuck! I've heard of people
Oh
coming
my
up with
God.
ideas.
Look at the scroll
He has
thing.
them all numbered too. Look at the scroll thing. Holy
Wait, let's
fuck!
go
Go all the way to the bottom. How many do you?
I stopped numbering them just
Oh, you did.
out
Oh my
of laziness.
fuck.
But I started writing like paragraphs about like what.
That's probably like 700 to 1,000 videos.
Well, when you look at that
I would-
scroll thing on the side,
I mean,
I would think
would the
at-
numbers stop at 300?
I think it's at least 500. A lot of those are for like people who could act to do stuff. I don't feel comfortable. Like some stuff I know, I know what I can do and pull off. I know what like people who could act that would be hilarious. So like the goal would be with like get together with like 3 or 4 guys that are like really fucking funny and have that acting, whatever they have that in them.
Right.
I know that I could give them a lot of like really good ideas.
so you're just like kind of like a creative person in general, then. Like, cause I'm dude, I have a notes app and a list, but I have maybe like 10 ideas that I come up with. I'm not very creative when it comes to ideas and like
Not that
script
creative.
writing
That's a
and
lot,
stuff like
dude.
that. That's I'm very
So
thoroughly
you
impressed.
just lay in bed at night and just like come up with shit, like just write it down.
Yeah, if I'm watching something on TV or like a lot of it's like music, like I'll hear a song, like a 70s or 80s song, and I'm like in my head, the first thing that goes to is like, all right, what is the funniest thing that could be going on while this song is playing? Because a lot of it is like, I can't act, but I could put myself in a situation doing something funny while this song is playing.
Damn,
fuck,
it's fucking awesome, dude.
like,
Fucking love that. All right,
that's what's beautiful about
we gotta,
it.
we gotta
do
start
have to-
heading. To
Yeah,
the
we do. Have to, I
tailgate.
want to hold you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Oh wait, real quick. So like,
You want to chug that?
what's up? No, don't make him do that.
camera.
He's got a day.
We're not going to waste it. I can chug it. It's an interesting, like,
I mean, if you don't, it's probably going down the drain. But
yeah.
it's up to you. Oh my god. Oh,
Interesting shape.
Yeah, that was a different one. Holy
But,
fucking Christ, dude!
We're not going to be wasting any Friday beers.
So that's my last
These
question.
are the first Friday beers that have been consumed in Buffalo.
And we're fucking having them on the 28th floor?
Yes, on the 28th floor.
Let's go.
That's true.
Friday fucking beers. So that's my last question, then we'll wrap. What, before Friday beers came around, because I'm assuming that's your, what? What's your, before Friday beers came around, what was your go-to just like light beer? Like,
You were doing
I
Bud
know,
Light, weren't
I know
you?
you could probably say anything, but what was the one that's just like,
For 15 years, I was doing Bud Light.
Bud Light, yeah.
And not like, it wasn't the trans shit. Like, it was the way that, I can't remember what the woman's title was, like the head of marketing that ran that campaign that was just like, we want to get away from like frat culture. And it's like, frat culture is what's making you guys billions of
your whole
dollars.
fucking market.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
I'm a 34-year-old frat guy. Like, don't try to gain 0.1% of like a certain group of people just to do it and shit on people who've been buying your beer.
Yep.
Listen, I don't care about the trans shit, but like, what are you trying to gain? It was just
Right.
the dumbest campaign I've ever fucking seen, and I haven't touched a Bud Light since.
If I see that in stores in Buffalo, I'm definitely picking that up before a Bud Light pack.
Hell yeah, that's
like
all. I
just
mean,
strictly off of taste, and the two I've had here, they're amazing.
oh, they're just so smooth.
Smooth
They're-
as
Smooth as
They
fuck.
don't have that like like when I first had it, I'm like, this is fine. I'm waiting for like an aftertaste, and it's like, it's not coming.
I'm not gonna lie, because I'm not like a big like we were talking about breweries and like IPAs and shit. I'm not a big fucking guy, but I saw light lager and I got kind of scared. To be honest with you, I don't know what that shit
Right,
means.
that's one of those words too, like lager, pilsner.
Because that could mean a lot of things.
You're used to like, fuck, I have a beer in front of me that I don't want to drink that tastes like shit.
Yes.
When you hear pilsner, lager, like, I don't know what it means, but I've been in situations where it's like, fuck, I gotta chug this
Yes.
beer that tastes like shit.
Because when you first handed me, that's what was going through my head. I'm like, I really don't want to like be like, this is ass. But no, it's very good, and I can just sit here and just drink it casually and enjoy it.
Yeah.
So Friday beers, if you're listening, come to Buffalo ASAP. ASAP.
Consumers beverage.
Consumers will take you.
Yeah, 100%.
Real
They get
quick.
everything. But thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
Anything
thanks,
you else
thanks
you
for
wanna
having me. It's
shout
very,
out?
No, it's very cool. Thank you for having me.
We'll probably see you at the tailgate.
Yeah, I hope so.
at
Yeah, I'll
some
be there
point.
for sure.
Um,
For sure.
We'll do a beer together.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We're gonna.
He's pretty quick. He's
I'm
not as quick as you.
Stop it! Don't even
I
don't even say that.
I don't.
This is the
I don't
friend group
trust-
thing?
I've had enough people fuck with me.
No,
like,
I am not. I
that
know.
I don't trust anyone anymore.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I can throw
He
him
said-
back
he said
fast, but
the friend
no.
group thing. Like
I'm-
everybody has the quickest drink. You're the
I'm
quickest
probably
drinker
the quickest
friend
out of the
group.
friend
Yeah.
group, but I can't even come close
No.
to that.
Well,
No.
another big thing, like what got me a lot that got me through like COVID and like having these shit jobs or like between jobs is, you know how many people are like, oh, I can drink faster than you. I'm like, all right, let's go. How much do you want to bet? Let's go. I'll FaceTime you on Instagram. So I'd line up.
Wow.
I'd line up, especially through COVID. I'll line up 15 people. That's my night. We'll do $20-25 if you want to do $100.
Fuck, just
Let's do
dropping
it.
your
Power
nuts
to
on the
you,
table
buddy.
every
Good luck.
Saturday.
And nobody like that's where I was expecting to lose because there's like sometimes people don't have good service or whatever,
Yeah,
and like it's
yeah.
neck and neck. Sometimes it's really quick, but you can always go back to like, all right, you started before me and I finished before you, or you spilled all over yourself, and it's like made a lot of money doing that.
Wow.
Because everybody's still. What's crazy is like if someone's like neck and neck, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I can see why you thought we'd be like really close, but like sometimes people are just like taking like 10 gulps, and it's like, dude, you messaged me,
You honestly
talking a
thought.
bunch of shit, and you're like, you wanted to line that up, and you're like, what are your thoughts now? Like that was fucking terrible. Like it's one thing if you can like the thing is like if you're taking sips or gulps, you're not going to win. But if you can pour it down too, maybe you will. Maybe we're neck and neck. That's like a thing. But like the people who reach out to me and they're like, my uncle will totally take you. Like, and I'm like, all right, well, when does he want to do it? And like, oh, it's his birthday. Like, we'll FaceTime you like on Saturday and like get ready for this FaceTime. And it's like, it takes a guy like 10 seconds to do like a Bud Light. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah, because when like you said, well, to be honest with you, there's only a certain speed that you can do it, and if somebody else knows how to do it,
Yeah.
then it is going to come down to when you start and little other factors. Because gravity works the same. You can't make it go. You can't make it pour out faster.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of dudes that don't do it with beer on TikTok. They do it with like Gatorade or soda.
Yeah,
and
I've seen them
They have
fuckers.
like a much
Yep.
bigger following than I do, and it's like kid friendly. I guess if I had kids, I'd rather have the kids doing like
Watch a Gatorade show.
Gatorade or soda or whatever. But it's like a lot of that is like the same speed.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
it can only come out so quick.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks
I really
for having me, guys.
appreciate it.
It was
We're gonna put your Instagram in the description, obviously.
We're gonna get ripped up at the tailgate.
Yeah. Now we got a long day ahead of
Oh
us.
my goodness.
So
I feel better though. Better than before we started.
Did you
Those
finish your
No, I didn't.
your
even-
special
I
treat?
took
Oh,
one sip.
no.
Mine's looking really weird.
mine curdled?
curdle.
Yeah, I don't. It's looking like I don't even know.
Chug it right now.
Absolutely fucking not, dude. No, I will not do that. I'll fucking throw up.
Okay.
I have a weak stomach, you know that.
All right.
Can't do that.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I'll take the bitch boy pants on that. You've had a helmet
we'll
on this
end
whole
it.
time.
We'll end it
Just
on
do
that.
the outro. Just get out of here.
Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Otherwise, you're a big fat pussy bitch.
That was good. Awesome. I'm really glad we got the phone.
off first, right?
It doesn't really matter at the end.